Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the physical Vegito Eza that has come to DBZ Dokkan Global as a part of the 8th anniversary. Now Vegito's Eza is pretty interesting. He is a Majin Buu Saga lead now of 170%, which is pretty good without being too crazy. Yeah, Majin Buu Saga is pretty strong, so yeah, that's definitely something solid. In terms of his abilities, he raises his allies' attack and defense by 30% on his super attack. This is also obviously pretty helpful, but it's really his passive where things become super interesting. Now Vegito is, damage reduction at 80%. Against normal attacks, he counters, he has defense of 150%. He gets attack of 30% with each attack received, up to 120%, and a medium chance of performing a critical hit, but it's all in one turn, so it soft resets every single turn, which is a little bit kind of boring. And every 3 attacks he receives, he'll build up his defense and his crit, which is again also pretty decent. His defense and his crit rate, which are obviously 2 very important mechanics for him as a unit. In terms of build, because he builds up his crit, you can build him a bit into additional. Having double supers from him will help him out a lot, not only with raising his defense, but also with raising the performance of his allies, because obviously he now has, improved attack and defense buffing. In terms of link set, he's got Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, and he's also got Fierce Battle, all the stock standard kind of link sets that most Fusion and Super Saiyan units have. So he's looking pretty good. He's not looking insane, but he's looking pretty good. Starting defense of 167k. It doesn't, honestly his defense doesn't really matter, because the thing is he has, basically, he has 80% damage reduction, so he's going to take single digits pretty much from everyone, literally everyone in the game he's going to take single digits from. So it's not so much a question of whether he's good defensively, because against normal attacks he's perfectly fine defensively. The big problem that he has is that he's not great in a super attack situation, and his defense doesn't really get high enough with his change in passive to handle that situation. He's still not really at the point where he's, how can I say, at the situation of being super duper strong defensively. He's solid in a lot of situations. He won't die to, fully built up, he won't die to supers from, fighting Legend Goku or fighting Legend Goku GT. But against some of the harder hitting red zone supers, he definitely will die. Now that's not a huge issue, because a lot of units will die to harder hitting red zone supers. It's not actually that surprising to have a unit get 1 hit KO'd by Cell Max, or get 1 hit KO'd by Broly when he fires a super. This isn't unusual territory. It's just that Vegito is in the awkward situation of being a unit you really want to keep on rotation to tank normals, but also being systematically a unit that fails you completely when super attacks come in. And the trade-off is not huge. Counters are not big in damage. I mean, you can see he's doing 600k with crits, and then maybe 800k, and just not huge. It's not a massive, huge trail of damage that he's doing. It's not like he's pumping out incredible amounts of damage, and it's just contributing hugely to the performance of people and everything. The 30% buff is nice, but it's not, it's not the be all and end all. It's not absolutely critical to his performance, and so it's a little bit difficult to kind of say that the way he plays right now is top tier. I think he's good. I think he's a lot of fun. I think you can find him to be useful in a lot of situations. And yeah, I think, you know, for me, it's honestly like a great, like, he's a great unit. I just think, you know, personally speaking, he's still a little bit too limited. Just a tiny bit. I think he could be, you know, just that little bit better. I think they could have done a little bit more with him. Just make him, you know, at least strong enough to tank to some degree supers or things like that. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. I think, you know, people overrate and say he's useless and everything. He's more than fine. His 30% buff is actually also really cool and helps out the rest of the rotation quite a lot. So, yeah, I like him. I still think he's a unit that's a ton of fun. And I think he's still very good. Just think he's not as good as people want him to be, which I think is where the shame is for him as a unit. But with that being said, he's still solid. Link set wise, Fierce Battle solid, you know, Golden Warrior solid, Super Saiyan solid. He's got really just all the strong, you know, bases that you want with a unit. Solid link sets, solid performance, good resounding links. He's not going to break anyone's, like, yeah, he's not going to break the mold. Hitting level 10 links also isn't a huge deal for this guy. You don't gain a lot outside of like Fused Fighter and that. You don't gain a absolutely ravishingly huge amount, you know, of benefit. But at the same time, you know, you do have what I would say is a very cool, very solid unit with a universal link set and incredibly good, you know, defensive ability against normals and the ability to be at the very least, an incredibly solid option from a defensive standpoint in a lot of situations. I think, you know, overall for me, I personally like him quite a bit. I think he's a good option. And I think if you're interested in running, you know, Protara or you're running, you know, anything else, I think he'd be good. But that's going to be it from me. See you next time. Bye.